What would you do if you woke up in a world unlike anything you've ever seen? Breathtaking, magical, but also terrifying? Would you find a way back home, or would the forest claim you forever? This is the heart-wrenching story of Luna, a tiny kitten who accidentally stumbles into a mystical forest while searching for her family. What starts as an innocent adventure turns into a desperate fight for survival, with unexpected twists that will make your heart ache and your eyes brim with tears. It was supposed to be a simple day. Luna, the smallest of her litter, was chasing a butterfly that flitted just beyond reach. Her mother's voice echoed faintly behind her. "Luna, stay close!" But the butterfly danced farther into the bushes, and Luna couldn't resist. Just a little further, she thought. She pushed past the brambles, her paws sinking into unfamiliar soft earth. When she finally stopped, panting, she realized something was wrong. The air was heavy with mist, the world eerily silent. Behind her, the bushes she had just walked through were gone. In their place stood trees that twisted toward the sky, their bark glowing faintly in the dim light. She was alone. Luna called out, her tiny voice trembling. "Mama, where are you?" No answer. Her heartbeat quickened. She turned in circles, trying to retrace her steps, but the path had vanished. As she wandered, tears pooling in her wide eyes, Luna noticed something strange. The forest wasn't like any place she'd seen before. The trees whispered her name, their leaves glowing softly. The ground shimmered with tiny lights, like stars scattered beneath her paws. A rustling sound made her jump. "Who's there?" she called, her voice barely more than a squeak. From the shadows emerged a fox, its fur sleek and eyes glowing like embers. "Lost, are we?" it said, its voice both mocking and oddly kind. "I just want to go home," Luna whimpered. The fox tilted its head, studying her. "This forest doesn't let go of those it claims, but perhaps there's a way." Luna's ears perked up. "What do I have to do?" the fox smirked. "Prove your worth." Before she could ask what that meant, the fox vanished, leaving only a swirl of golden dust. The forest seemed to shift around her, the path ahead growing darker. Shadows moved where there should have been none. Luna took a shaky breath and stepped forward. Her first trial came at a rushing river, its waters too wild for her tiny frame to cross. Perched on a rock in the middle was a raven with feathers as black as night. "State your purpose," the raven croaked. "I need to cross," Luna said. "Then answer this riddle. What has roots but never grows, has a crown but no head, and still stands taller than the rest?" Luna's mind raced. The river roared louder, as if urging her to hurry. Then she remembered the trees around her. "A mountain," she whispered. The raven nodded and flew away, leaving a narrow bridge of light over the water. One trial after another tested her courage. Climbing a thorny hill to retrieve a glowing feather. Navigating a maze where the walls seemed to close in on her. Each time, Luna fought back her fear, driven by the thought of her family waiting for her. At last, Luna reached the heart of the forest. A colossal tree that seemed to hum with life. Its roots twisted into a doorway, faintly glowing. She hesitated, paw trembling, but the whispers of the forest seemed to nudge her forward. Inside, the air was warm and still. In the center of the room lay a nest made of golden vines, and in it, her family. They were asleep, their chests rising and falling slowly. "Mama!" Luna cried, rushing toward them. But before she could reach them, the fox appeared, blocking her path. "You've come far," it said, "but to wake them, you must make a choice." Luna's voice wavered. "What choice?" The fox's gaze softened. "To leave this forest, you must give it your light, the light that guided you through the trials. Without it, you'll forget everything you've seen here, even them." Luna's heart sank. "But if I forget them, how will I know I've saved them?" The fox stepped aside, revealing her family, stirring faintly. "They'll remember you, and isn't that enough?" Tears streamed down Luna's face. Her little body trembled as she looked at her family one last time. Then she whispered, "Take my light." The forest seemed to sigh, a gentle breeze wrapping around Luna as her glow faded. Her legs wobbled, and she collapsed. When Luna woke up, she was back in her yard. The forest was gone, as if it had never existed, but her family was there, surrounding her, nuzzling her gently. "Luna, where did you go?" her mother asked, tears in her eyes. "I don't remember," Luna said softly, a strange ache in her heart. But as she looked at her mother's loving face, she smiled. "I'm just glad I'm home." If Luna's courage touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, and subscribe for more stories that remind us of the power of love and sacrifice. What would you give up for the ones you love? Let us know in the comments below.